both of you appear immediately behind Suri. You bump into Suri as that smaller second stone is wedged between the three of you. Jewel, you are like fingertip on or in between the two leg bones of Aegeus, just holding on and following this. The four of you push through. Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year! Welcome back to Malt and Magic. We are very, very, very happy to be back on your screens once again, and we've got a lot to look forward to this year, but we will talk more about that in just a second. We are back for Campaign 2 tonight, so why don't we do a quick recap, and then we will see how everybody is doing post-Christmas and in this sort of hazy, weird beginning of January bit. So last time on Malt and Magic, the air grew very thin, and the stakes even thinner as the Planar Detective Agency left the marble heights of Arca behind, carrying new gifts from the Winddukes and the weight of a dire warning. The party then stepped off the edge, some quite literally, and into the unknown. Tethered together against the screaming gales of the labyrinth of winds, they drifted past the Borealis Radiance, a prismatic sun-like thing where spells are consumed and figures remained frozen in a silent, shimmering struggle. That was a bad bit of alliteration to try on a Monday evening. There they were hunted by these strange motes of light, which I later revealed were called Nith, N-Y-T-H, which are sort of shattered remnants of energy that sought to charm and consume them before being struck down by blade and shadow. But the true storm was only the beginning. Drawn by an irresistible pull, Lex Ordo led the group into the eye of a continent-sized cyclone where the laws of reality began to fracture. Beyond a metaphysical wall of swirling chaos, they found what they were looking for. Or maybe. Is this where the final piece of the Eclipse Codex is? Who knows? Within this piece, however, they are not alone. A fallen Varti has emerged from the lightning, a giant empowered by this very storm that he claims to bind. He speaks of a cost, a sacrifice required to hold something back. So, my friends, destiny has arrived, but as the winds howl and at the lightning crackles, only one question remains. Who among you is willing to pay the price? Content warnings, as always, do apply. A full list of content warnings will be available when this episode goes to VOD and podcast, but please do expect a lot of adult language and a lot of adult humour, as this is very much an adult stream. So yes, I think with that, you have been warned. Let's roll. Hello.
Hello. Hiya.
Dave's having a wonderful time already, folks, is all we're going to say.
Yeah. It's entirely my fault, so it's on me. Completely on me.
I mean, it's not the rest of us. We weren't going to take the blame.
Nope.
But yes, no. Very good. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Here's to a good 2026.
Cheers.
Cool. You're all really quiet for a Monday night. It's unnerving me already. Somebody say something funny and say it quickly.
Penis.
Rimming.
There we go. We're back. Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts, Bodhi. Very good. Let's run down tonight's lineup, and I suppose we'll get straight into it because I think everybody's itching to get back into some D&D, or just itching from whatever they got up to over Christmas. So I am Matt. I am your Dungeon Master for this evening. I will also be role-playing the psychic character of Takami. And yeah.
Hello, I am Dave, and I am playing Jewel of Shadows, the female Tabaxi rogue.
Hello, and I'm Danny, and I'm playing Lex Ordo, your favourite UNT sorcerer.
I am Steve. I am playing Suri, the druid fighter.
I like Steve's little look pump fake, so I'm gonna do one of those too. Hey, I'm Bodhi. I'm playing Edgius Bones Jones, and I'm playing a bard sorcerer.
Nice. Very good. We should also point out that Suri is an elf, and Edgius is something.
Oh yeah, keep forgetting I'm an elf.
I didn't know you were an elf.
It's all good.
I just thought you were grumpy. It's so weird.
Surely that'd be a dwarf. Anyway, I'm being incredibly insensitive there to all the D&D fantasy races. So yes, while Dave finishes mopping up his spillage,
you may have to just leave me for a few minutes to just talk about yourselves while I sort it out, and then
this
I'll be back with
Jewel
you.
is essential to this next 10 minutes of the episode, Dave, actually.
It's actually all centered on Jewel.
She needs to type out
good.
quite a big essay.
So
Cool,
last
it's not gonna
we
happen.
left off, you had just breached this metaphysical wall to get to the eye of this colossal cyclone storm that's going off, and in the center you could see this huge translucent Varti figure sort of flickering through multiple elemental states. There were multiple voices, or a voice on the wind, I should say, that echoes around yourselves and this creature, speaking in broken phrases. And of course, you did get that warning around a sacrifice will be required. Or along similar lines. I can't remember the exact words I spoke, but yes. So, in this moment, as you enter the eye of the storm, everything becomes relatively calm. You are out of the chaos. You still hear the winds roaring around you. And as you look into this cyclone around you, there are these shards of ice that suddenly shatter and crackle into lightning as sort of the static energy builds up, which then careens through a moat of earth, which turns into a ball of fire and magma, which then itself sort of freezes over into a ball of ice, and the cycle begins again. What would we like to do?
Are there still elemental beings in and around the storm as well, or is it just these elemental forces that you just described?
Make me a perception check, please.
Oh, God. 10.
10. You... Has Lex seen an elemental being before?
In the plane of air? No, there wasn't one, was there? Only birds. No.
Wait, did we see the light thing? We were on the outside of this, you know, when we just arrived at this storm through those, like Finding Nemo, but air tubes that Matt had described to us. And we were fighting those things. Were they elementals? Shadow elemental?
Technically, I will give you that. You fought things like shadow elementals. You've also come across, Lex Ordo, a water elemental with the old Digbick boat long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Way back in Campaign 2, which sped you down a river. You look around, and with a 10, you recognise similar forms to water elementals that suddenly surge with fire, or suddenly turn into these gaseous forms which expand and then shrink into ice. So yes, you see elementals, but they are unlike an elemental you've seen before. But the only ones you can hone in on are the ones that take a water elemental form for a beginning. There are other forms around which you sort of ignore for now.
Okay. So no, like, immediate threats, as it were. So it's not as if we're surrounded by loads of elementals, in a way. Okay,
No, but
that's
you
what I
are
was trying to get.
surrounded by the world's, or in fact the universe's biggest fucking storm.
Yeah, you get what I mean. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like almost like a military force of elementals within the storm. Okay.
I think
so
the
I
last
suppose
thing we
that-
also discussed was the fact that there were runes that appeared in the storm, and this was something that Suri noticed.
Didn't I translate them last time?
I don't know, did you translate them last time?
Or was it? I'm starting to think because it was like bind and stuff. Because I think as we were approaching, I translated the runes because they hinted to them what the dude told us when we got there, which is, "I bind the world terror." It was like Windjuke was one of the words in the runes, wasn't it? Unless there's been 2 sets of runes, and I'm thinking about the first set.
Steve?
You can't hear your boats.
No, that's about as articulate as I'd be able to be about it as well. I'm pretty sure it mentioned Varti. But yeah, something about binding or... Yeah,
sacrifice? Was there mention of sacrifice and hope? Or something like that?
Rings a
I
bell.
remember.
Sacrifice for sure.
All of this essentially is along the right lines, yes. The runes themselves spoke of binding, Windjuke, lost, forgotten, all broken, primordial, essentially.
Yeah.
You heard that voice as you crossed the threshold.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. Every time I have to do anything with an SH into it, I just fuck
Surely
it
it
up.
can't be sure. I'm not going to surely.
Indeed. So yes, this
And he spoke to us in
massive
common, right?
figure is sort of went through a number of languages before centering on common. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, this figure is now before you. Massive. You are specks compared to its form, which is much bigger than any of the other Winddukes or the Varti that you saw in the city of Arca.
Remember, everyone. Talky first, fighty after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You speak of a personal cost. Why would we need to pay the cost? You don't even know why we're here.
These vibrant eyes, which seems to pushing a lot. Brilliant, Mancheater. Fucking brilliant. Thank you. You see these vibrant eyes that burn with fire before bleeding with lightning and then seeming to go icy blue, lock onto you. It's almost like the scene out of Neverending Story where Atreyu, I think it's Atreyu, stands between the 2 sphinxes and then the eyes open up. He has to dash really fucking quick.
Yep.
That sort of vibrance. Great pop culture reference there. Thank you very much.
One for the kids.
I'm glad somebody else got it. So yeah, that level of vibrance, but also that level of weight behind them as well. As the face slightly turns to you, and only has to slightly turn, given it is colossal compared to the size of you. Again, a number of voices that filter through different languages before settling on common, as that is the language you have spoken to it in. There is always a sacrifice. What you seek here cannot be taken without a cost.
Okay. What's the
What?
cost?
Yeah.
That I cannot tell you, for none have ever taken it.
And just to clarify, we're both talking about the elemental seal, right?
As you say the elemental seal, lightning flashes around you. Balls of fire seem to streak through this eye of the storm. I would like everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Balls.
As I thank somebody on YouTube for the compliment about the setup.
Blake Allen. Blake Allen.
Ooh.
After a poor start, dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
18.
18.
13 for me.
13 will not be enough.
Good.
15.
15 will be enough.
10.
10 will not be enough. Why do I have no d6s?
Wait. Hang on. I've got a. It's called luck.
Look, you roll that luck while I go get some
forgetting about my
d6s.
lucky trait. Oh, that's even worse. So 10 it is.
He's gonna go into his Monopoly fucking game and grab some d6s, isn't he?
He's going to have to break into Snakes and Ladders, Cluedo.
I mean, there is a dice chest just behind me, chock full of dice. So, there we go. How many did I actually need? Not that many.
Oh, how much damage is coming?
For anybody that fails, you're going to take 9 points of elemental damage.
The fuck's that mean?
How many, sorry?
It is a combination. 11. Sorry, did I say 11? 9 points, sorry. 9 points of elemental damage. Essentially, I've called it that way because these forms, these bolts, these balls of magma and fire, they change as they cross this liquid hot magma. They change as they cross the eye of the storm, and they hit you with varying degrees. Now, what I would like you to do is to roll me a d4, please, if you have been hit.
Whoa, a 1.
Oh, you
Could I
both
use
rolled a 1.
absorb elements? Could I use absorb elements on this?
Oh, yes, you can.
Nice.
Oh, no, I don't want to.
I mean, with
really
as you both roll a 1, as these things hit you and you take that initial pulse of damage, it then solidifies into pure fire damage. Both of you are going to take an additional 5 points of fire damage.
Oh, well,
Not
I'm
what I
resistant to
wanted.
that now. Absorb elements lasts until, is it the beginning of my
Winner,
next turn?
I believe it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Sweet.
I've got to learn how to do that. So, saying elemental seal is bad. Don't say that.
And as this sort of happens, this trapped wind duke sort of speaks. Careful of the words you choose in the storm of chaos.
Oh, we're fucked.
Did you just say he's the Duke of Trapped Wind?
If you rearrange a sentence, that's pretty much what he said, yeah.
I'm glad to see
He's
we're
the trapped wind
straight
duke.
back on form, folks.
So,
Oh, king of flatulence,
so
I
the-
beseech thee.
I know we had a thing for this, didn't we? The slightly better farting fan or whatever it was.
The fan of smouldering farts or whatever it was.
The seal of fire, water, earth, and air that we're here for. Does anybody know exactly? Hang on, wait. Sorry, I got a voice.
They
Does
should be
anybody know
braces.
exactly what it is that we do? What it does? What is its power manifest?
According to my book, they're braces. There should be on a platform somewhere. Can I see the actual item that we want?
Maybe a perception check.
Ooh, nat 20!
Ooh,
Hell
nice.
yeah.
20.
For a
You
21.
look around and you see no platform. You see just a storm of chaos.
Okay, and the wind duke's
The
not wearing
voice
them then.
sounds out. Yeah, the voice sounds out again. What you seek lies beyond this storm. You must pass through it into the elemental chaos itself. But beware, for Ithkaran lies beyond, and the seal is both prison and key.
Okay, so the World Terror is past you into the chaos, and it's the braces that are keeping him there. So actually, we probably need to fight him to get the braces. Is that the cost you refer to?
I do not know the cost. I know only of my own in binding this storm.
What did it cost you, oh so many years ago, oh so great one?
Everything.
Well, it didn't cost you your trousers. It didn't cost him his trousers. He's wearing his trousers right now. Like,
What you see before you is a being made of pure elemental form. It does not wear clothes. It is formed with the illusion of clothes.
Let me ask a potentially pointless question. Do you not wish us to get this item we seek? Nearly, having said the word.
Chat needs to calm down tonight. Fucking
No, they really don't. They should stay on
no,
board.
no, they don't. No, they don't. I'm just going to ignore it for a while. The voice sounds out. Again, there's this sort of myriad of voices, a myriad of languages centering then on common. And it sounds like this strange psychedelic or psychic echo of sorts. When the seal leaves, this storm will have to go somewhere. And something will need to bear its burden.
But I thought that's what you were already doing. You're already binding the storm, so what does the braces matter?
I bind the storm in this place while the seal is present.
guys.
It is both lock and key.
Do we, turning to the rest of the group, do we think that when we grab the seal, we're going to essentially bring this elemental storm into our realm? It doesn't feel like we have anything but at least to be prepared for it.
All I'm thinking is, if it follows us wherever we go, as long as we don't go to the material plane first, we could just go to the Shadowfell and release the storm there, and then leave.
Well, if it follows us as exactly where it goes, we can't ever go back to the our plane with them. But I see your point, and I agree. Let's hope we don't have to go back there.
If we have the seal, oh wise one, could we just control the storm ourselves?
This moment as you ask the question, there's a shift in the demeanor and a voice shouts out, "Hold the line! Hold the line!" As you watch, the eyes almost go unfocused for a center. A big old pointy finger comes out and points towards you, Suri. "Report, soldier."
Good afternoon. All's well, sir.
"Your report lacks conviction. News from the front lines."
The front lines have become rather blurry of late, so we can only speak of where our small unit has been deployed, and it's been challenging, but so far held.
I'd like everybody to make me either... In fact, Suri, I want you to make me a persuasion check. Everybody else can make me either an arcana or an insight check, please.
Yeah, I was going to do insight check, because I think I want to also use my Eye of Clarity on that. So for hidden sort of objects or I'm just trying to find out exactly what it gives me.
I got 21 on insight. I feel like this dude's having a Vietnam flashback.
Nice.
To see through
I was about
illusions,
to say,
I want to
he's
see,
having
is it
PTSD.
not actually the creature we see as well?
Okay. So, insight from Edgius, sorry?
Edgius is 20. Dirty.
20, 21,
9.
Jewel? 9. Jewel, you just totally distracted by whatever this was because it came out of the blue. Suri, what was your persuasion check, please?
Well, after my -1 modifier and having used another point of luck, it was a 6.
Brilliant. The voice booms out again. I will have you flogged for insubordination and lack of skill. Your duty is to the front lines. I suggest you see it through. Lex and Edgius, the demeanour on this colossal elemental face has changed. You call it PTSD, you call it a flashback. This is an incoherent mind state right now. However, with the conversation that is had with the 6, it spirals even further. We must defend the cities! We must, to me! To me! Where are you all? Where are you? Where are you?
Does anyone have calm emotions or anything like that? Anything that we can use to chill this motherfucker out a little bit?
I've got a suggestion.
I could be very wrong, guys, but I feel like disrupting this storm may weirdly be a good thing. Perhaps they are trapped in keeping this in line and they need us to not keep them trapped here. Let's just go. Are we still floating? Or are we standing on something at the moment? How's this?
You are still floating in sort of the centre of this, in the eye of this storm.
That's
Like
a
this
good
gentle,
shout.
cyclonic energy that is just keeping you where you are right now.
Is it obvious
While he's
where we need to go?
distracted,
I suppose
if he's distracted, could we fuck off? I can still feel the pull of the seal, right? So I know which direction we need to go. Past him.
Do you?
I'm going to say yes.
We'll
But the
see in a
dice
minute.
says...
Um,
if I do an would it be Arcana?
I'll allow it.
23.
23. The pull from within this storm is all around you. You get the impression that this whole storm is the beginnings, almost, of the elemental chaos, which is where you need to head.
Again, sorry, if we're in the centre of the storm and that's where we need to begin, does that mean we go up, down, in the eye of the storm? Are we talking like we attack these guys because they're actually here? What's the idea we get for that?
I'm thinking we approached it from the direction we approached it. If we just carry on in that direction past it and go out the back.
Maybe a survival check, please, Lex.
That was my thoughts anyway, Lex, is what you just said.
16.
I'm just going to use a second wind in the background.
Oh, yeah, I thought I could smell something.
With a 16, you look around you. All you see is this elemental storm in this swirling cyclone around you. Knowing where you came in is now virtually impossible.
Okay. Well, can I try and then say to the bloke freaking out, we need to get to the front lines, like you say. We need to get to the World Terror. Show me where he is. We'll take him down.
Love it.
The Terror, the world. The head sort of shakes, and as it shakes, you can feel these buffets of wind that sort of knock you around slightly. It is weakening. The pull, the hold, my mind. Do not hold it inside of you. Not all of it. It does not stop. I was certain I could carry it, but that was the first lie. When this storm offers you a crown, refuse it. And that finger then points down to the funnel of this cyclone.
I take it he's not wearing any gauntlets or whatever they are. They're not gauntlets. They're the
braces.
Braces. They're not wearing them. He's not.
As I
wearing
say, there's no physical items or even
I was just checking
physicality to
because
this
he was talking
creature,
about
yeah.
that the way. Yeah. Okay. Lex, guide us the way down there. You were best
Thank you.
at it.
I hope to free you from this madness, and then I'll just start heading where he pointed.
As Lex takes the lead, I'm gonna try and go catch up to Lex, and be like, Lex, something's just itching me, and I don't wanna air it with everyone because usually I fuck up in these situations. So I thought I'd just mention it to you. Two things are bothering me. First of all, when we first spoke to him, he was so confident about us going in and taking it. Why would someone who is holding something called the World Terror want to give up such a pivotal place unless they were trying to get out of that position, unless they were trying to not be the Guardian anymore, luring us in, essentially? But then, do you not see what it did to his mind? If one of us is going to have to sacrifice and turn into that, we need to start fucking drawing some straws, because that's going to be a bad time for whoever takes that mantle.
Edges, I agree with you, and we are playing with fire. We also have a lot of other very magical items that all seem to work together. So perhaps...
Yeah, I'm thinking that he's also trapped here. Like when we got the Abyssal Core and we had to fight that thing stuck in the cage. I think it's just going to be another situation like that. We free him, and then if we've got the elemental seal and all the other stuff, we might be able to do something with the storm. But essentially, as long as the storm doesn't make it to the material plane, we're golden, right?
I just want to, just while we're walking here, just rewind a sentence or so.
So the fact that Edges is literally walking while we're all flying, just like walking in midair, just,
To just recap, did you say, we'll just release whatever the thing is, and that thing being the World Terror, we'll just...
No, we'll kill it. Obviously, we'll try.
Okay. Yeah.
Kill it, free it, but befriend it. You know what we like.
We could also try and send it somewhere that'll hurt Void. So they've taken over the Shadowfell, right? What if we can just send it there? Let it wreak havoc.
Everyone's a critic and everything, so not to be too down on everything. But what happened when we got the last piece of the Codex?
Jules looks really sheepishly at Lex.
we released
something bloody awful into the cosmos.
Technically, it turned into something good because it was trapped and corrupted, and then it became a new god which is one of the old gods. But actually, that seemed to be a good thing, didn't it?
Just because it became a god doesn't mean it became a good thing.
But he's been quiet ever since.
That is true. We haven't heard anything.
Again,
I have the potential here that this is the same situation.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking release it somewhere we want it to cause chaos.
Yes, because quite frankly, what is our other choice? Not have the gauntlets?
Yeah, I think we've got to make the choice between a rock and a hard place here. It's like, do we let the Void take over, or do we have a storm that we may not be able to control, the World Terror? I think we're going to have to assess that as we get there.
Debris begins to fly and buffet around you as you get further down this funnel now.
Lex,
if we're the seal should allow us to control some of these forces, surely. That was what its purpose within the Codex was.
If no one is controlling them, because no one is wearing them, then perhaps, yes, they are both key and lock, but you actually have to wear them to control it, but no one is strong enough to wear it for thousands of years.
Okay. I have an idea. I liked your idea about putting it in the Shadowfell, Lex. Now, I would say this. Probably not everyone living in the Shadowfell is actually a dick. Just like not everyone in the Feywild is actually a dick. But what if we did this? Well, exactly. What if we when we go to banish it, Lex, and you go to banish it to another plane, what if I scry where Klein is, and together we tap in and we send it directly to where they are, as opposed to just loose in the Shadowfell, which we don't know if that will be close to them. We could try and at least get it towards people we want to hurt, when if we get it weak enough to try and banish it out of there.
Yeah. Two things. Second question I realized that we may not know the answer to. First of all, who are we intending to get these? Because in the thrill of the fight, it may be just whoever gets close, but who do we intend to actually use these?
Well, do you want me to try and... Actually, when we released that guard, I made a wish which said, release everybody who deserves to be released. And he got released, which meant he must have deserved it. So actually, that was a good thing, just to try and backtrack on my potential mistake. But I think... Did you want me to try and combine all the pieces once we have them?
We still need...
Obviously, we're missing one, but it's worked pretty well for us before. It might help us either defeat this thing or do something.
Have we not passed around, them to each one of us?
We haven't passed them out yet.
I've got the Abyssal Core, don't I?
Oh.
Do I not? It's in my...
I think you've got that one and I've got the other two.
Okay. I mean...
Yeah.
Lightning flashes. I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh. Sweet Jesus, that is going in prison.
In
19.
the cook chair.
Yeah. My new
success.
light up LED dice is also going in the cook chair. That was crap.
6.
I got a 16.
6
26.
fail, 16 is a success. 26. So sorry, Siri.
Have you rolled above a 10 yet?
No.
7 points of elemental damage. I would like you to roll me a d4, please.
2.
2. You are going to take an additional... I almost caught it. I was that close to catching it. We'll roll again. You're going to take 1 point of cold damage.
No. Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. Have I got a thing?
You got frozen thing now.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
no, it's just cold.
You now
Just
get
cold
the
up here.
impression, despite the conversation that's going on, this actual roar of air around you is no longer the rush of wind, it is pressure pressing in on you. The debris that flies around you comes inching close, but somehow skirts around you, but the lightning that crashes through as this funnel begins to contract down, catches and glances across Surrey, the rest of you managing to just sort of roll out the way in time. The storm is intensifying as you get closer and closer to the bottom of this funnel. Edgius, make me a perception check, please, sir.
I would be delighted to roll well.
That did not sound convincing to me to roll.
Dude, in one light, I thought it was just a 9, but then I looked and it was actually a 19, so I'm okay with that. That's a cool 30.
Nice.
Fucking hell.
With a 30, you watch as this lightning crackles into 2 small spherical stones which glow and then pulse with energy. A pulse that sort of hits you, and as it hits you, you get a familiar feeling of stepping through a planar gate or moving from one place to another, and as that energy washes through you, you do actually disappear from where you are for a second, and on the other side of Jewel, you just appear, almost like you've misty stepped. These 2 spherical stones that shrink in size and probably become the size of sending stones rotate in front of you now, just hovering in front of you.
The debris that flies in front of me, I'm just going, oh god, time-space travel every time. Every fucking time. Alright, Lex.
Fucking hell, Dave.
I'll reach out and try and grab some of the stones.
It's louder than I wanted it to be.
Just scared the
Sorry,
absolute piss
chat.
out of me. That should have come with a fucking trigger warning. That Jesus Christ! For anybody that's got a weak heart, we apologise.
Fine,
but
we've
there we
got a
go.
few extra beats going, it's fine.
We can't.
Had a weak heart, yeah. Eddie, as you reach out and you do grasp these stones, Make me an Arcana check, please.
Ooh. That's a 10. A very solid 10.
Okay. With a 10, you can feel the energy and the magic pulsing through these two small stones that you have. You have no idea what that energy does or how it works, however.
Yeah. I'll stuff them in my pocket and move on.
Fantastic stuff. Brilliant stuff.
Hey, I've been thinking while almost getting struck by lightning on a semi-regular basis. I can open a portal. Well, I can try. I haven't tried it yet, but I know I can. I can open a portal to anywhere without a portal key, right? What if we just send the chaotic storm or the world terror into the void?
It is a wonderful idea if you can try it.
If that's an option.
I think that is plan A.
I mean, I may be dead, but, you know, plan B might be keep alive. But, yeah, I think it's worth a shot, right? Well, I'm just spitballing because I don't know what the situation's going to be when we get there, what's going to happen if we take the braces and stuff, but it's an option I can try, just to put it on the table.
We cannot assume that in doing so we are going to give them more power. Otherwise, we're just going to be worried about doing anything. So I think, yes, if we can give them chaos and shit to deal with, then I think it is worth the risk.
If the void is literally the absence of anything, giving them all of it, everything, all at once, is the complete opposite. What, a chaotic storm against an endless nothingness would be pretty...
it sounds incredibly good idea. So, look, how about we all stick together and try not to get smacked by these boulders?
Yeah, yes, my friends.
Amazing stuff.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but some of us are wearing quite a lot more metal than others. So, if we get in there and we see anything that looks like the Codex piece...
I'm going to use you as the earthing rod and just hold you up.
There's like little lightning beams, like static, just splitting between your armor pieces at the moment.
Yeah. You're like a Tesla coil.
Yeah.
I'm like a what?
Finish the sentence, sorry.
A Tesla coil. Not a vaginal coil.
Testicoil. If we get in there and we see anything like these things, nobody's exploded when they've grabbed the previous ones, and I know I've just jinxed it completely for all of us, but these ones should also be fine. We've got a job to do. I'd rather not be cooked before we even try and do it.
That's fair.
So yes, happy to lead the way. And he's been doffing his, undoffing, putting on his shield, whatever the opposite doff is. Don. Nailed it. Welcome to 2026.
Fuck's sake.
Fucking clip it. Oh.
So yeah, and he's like, if I'm happy to lead the way. I'm reasonably robust. Could we get moving?
And then I'll like stand on his shoulders and try and push him down quicker so we can get to the floor.
Amazing stuff. This changeling in Cuban heels and a trench coat just stands on your shoulders, Siri.
I'm not changeling.
Yeah. Did I just say changeling?
You did.
I didn't mean changeling.
I mean, I can be one if we want to. Why not?
No, sorry.
Right.
My brain just went, oh, yeah, welcome to 2026, as Steve says. Very, very good. You realise now your descent is slowing, and you have now got to push through this final stage of the funnel. I am going to grant you all a single check of your choice. You need to tell me what it is and why it is relevant to help you pass through this next phase. I'm also going to tell you that you need to get 4 successes before 3 failures. So this single check can be something that is rolled again. Sorry, when I say single check, I am talking absolute bullshit. You need 4 successes before 3 failures. I want you each to call 3 skill checks out for the first phase. And then we will do as many phases as it takes before we get either 3 failures or 4 successes. Hopefully that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm going to try and use persuasion to get the storm to let me pass. That's my highest thing. No,
Does this have to be that it's essentially we're helping the group, or that we're trying to get ourselves through? I know that sounds really selfish, but like
however you wish to do, and whatever you wish to do, Jewel, in this moment.
Suri's just offered to lead the way, and I think I have kind of a fairly simple answer on this one, so happy to take the first kick to the spuds. So Suri would be trying to notice any eddies, flows, indications of current as to where this storm kind of dissipates out into the wider chaos. So I would like to use perception for my first check.
Go for it, roll me a d20 perception check then, please.
Sweet fucking Jesus. It's lucky I've got plus 13 in that, because that was another 7. 20. Dirty.
Unnatural 20 is your first success.
We've got like boulders flying around in this vortex around near us and everything else, and I think that one of them looks like it's coming up to just careen with Edgius. So Jewel is then going to catch a current, try and head up to a different boulder, grab that, and then like do that bounce off and push, tangentially off it, and then basically push Edgius out the way of this thing coming straight through, which would have hit him. I would like to do an acrobatics roll.
Okay, you absolutely can. I will say, as Jewel then, looking around, sees this going on, Suri, you spot this single focal point, a tightening almost of the spiral. It almost looks impossibly small from where you are, but you just realise that that's more of a distance thing. But you now have a direct direction. You begin to head towards it. As Jewel, you bound off this boulder for
a 31.
31 is absolutely going to be a success. That's a second success. In fact, I'm going to you describe how this works, grabbing Edgius.
So like I said, I actually find a different boulder that's moving a lot slower. That's in sort of a different orientation. I coast up to that one, then push myself off in a perpendicular angle, and I basically push Edgius out of the trajectory of this other one that's coming through. And as we do, it just flies past and straight through, and you could clearly see that was going to take him out and just scatter him like Skittles. So then I just go, we've got to make this through together.
As the boulder hits, you suddenly from behind it, you just see Edgius, and because the sound is all muffled in here, you just see him like, as he thought the boulder was going to crush him, and he then just like recovers back and is like, oh, okay.
And then we'll like
Amazing
sort of,
stuff.
we're kind of in zero gravity, so I kind of gently push off, so that we're then just all rotating around each other again.
And I would like to try and also find the path of least resistance through the storm to hopefully get to the same thing that Suri has noticed. So I would like to use a survival check to do that.
Go for it. Make me a survival check, please.
Oh, cock. 12.
You're going to hit inspiration or anything?
First.
Yep.
Time thing that you
First.
can do? Can you not? Oh no, that's only on an attack, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
First failure it is then. So 2 successes to 1 failure. Edgius, you have the final check for this phase.
So we're trying to break through this storm to get to the seal, basically, is where we're at this point. Okay. Lex, how do you fail? What are you like? Did you just get buffeted by winds? What's your?
So I think as I was looking through the path of least resistance, I got really distracted by you two barrel rolling past me and then a boulder going over my head at 100 miles an hour.
Okay. I will then take pull out one of those 2 stones that you just gave me, Matt, and I'm gonna huck one down the same line of sight that Lex was looking down, and then I'm gonna walk up behind Lex with the other stone and tuck it into his collar and hope that he teleports through.
Amazing. What check would you like to roll for that?
I was thinking Dex for the throw was what I was thinking, to thread the needle of the stone was what I was thinking.
Okay. Very good.
Or yeah, like acrobatics, athletics, that kind of vibe.
Okay.
Beautiful. It's a dirty 20, with a flat dexterity
Dirty
check.
20. I'd actually like you to roll that for me again, because I think given that check... No, here's what I'm going to do. Your dirty 20 is your dex to... I'm going to give you your phase 2 check now, which is a sleight of hand, essentially, to correctly get this into Lex's pocket.
I'll pull open the back of his trousers and shove it down the back of his trousers like a cold ice cube.
Fucking suppository stone. Brilliant.
That's a 26.
Ooh.
26. 2 successes there, which gets you to your 4. In this moment, as Suri begins to head down towards this funnel, just sort of using the shield to deflect the odd small stone here and there as magma splashes across the shield. Jewel, you sort of still rotate in place, but then begin to follow Suri somewhat. Lex, you feel something heavy drop into your pocket, and almost in a ghost-like moment, see Edgius. See Edgius just behind you with a hand in your pocket, holding a rock, and then you see this other glowing stone.
You're just pleased to see me.
My cack.
Spiraling after Suri and following that same path. Lex, what do you do in this moment?
I'm assuming I'll go, what are you doing in my and then I'll just disappear and appear halfway down the road.
As he disappears into a puff of cloud in front of me, I'll just be like, I got you, buddy. And then I'll start assessing my own approach.
I'm going to say, as you are both holding the rock, and Edgius, if anything, this was your intent, not Lex's. Both of you appear immediately behind Suri. You bump into Suri as that smaller second stone is wedged between the three of you. Jewel, you are like fingertip on or in between the two leg bones of Edgius, just holding on and following this. The four of you push through. And that, my friends, is where we are going to take our break.
Ooh, goodness me.
Well paced, good sir. Well paced.
No worries. Thank you. We will be back in a few minutes. And in fact, you know what? I've totally forgot. We were meant to be doing something tonight in terms of a Patreon competition, which in the haze of Christmas, I totally forgot about. So we will do that, and we will do it next week. So sorry, viewers. My bad. Totally forgot. We will get that set up, and I will make sure that we do that Dagger Heart draw. So, yes. If you've not, I suppose you can go subscribe to Patreon now and get yourself a chance to go and win it. You get an extra week in the competition. So there we go.
I was going to say, anyone listening or watching, and even on the VOD, you've got time. So go for it.
Our forgetfulness is your gain.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Indeed. There you go. Right. 10-15 minutes, folks. We'll be back. See you in a few. Wow.
I remember I needed to say never to press that button exactly during a transition, and I forgot.
You could have just blamed that on
We're a
computer, Dave, but no.
We're a professional outfit, folks.
No, absolutely.
We got a comment in the stream saying our setup was really sharp, and then you did that.
Absolutely. I mean, I've just got to keep on the toes, like, you know.
Keep the bar low. Keep him fucking
What
surprised.
I love
Keep
is
them
that
wanting. Literally.
Danny, myself, Steve, and Bodhi have to do fuck all to keep this running, and every bit of shade just gets
I
today.
have to press a button,
appeal,
and
thank you.
apparently I
That's
still
Russia.
did it wrong. So
You got one job, Dave.
one job.
I have to be the counterbalance to Danny's horseshittery, dude. I've got to be like the counterweight on this end over here.
I'm
so
the reason we have a HR department.
I'd give up.
I've given people jobs.
I give people jobs is crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I need that. Actually, right, here's our first t-shirt. I keep HR in a job.
That's crazy.
That's not going to make anyone popular.
Absolutely, yeah.
Indeed.
They write
And
new policies
how did
because
you start
of me.
2026? We got cancelled.
No,
Amazing
to be honest,
stuff.
I'm also gonna get
Cool.
The weirdest fucking tan ever from these lights because they're only about 18 inches away from me.
I mean, you're going from like jaundice to sunburn to hypothermic, all in the
We're in
30
an
second period.
elemental storm, Danny.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, it's right. It
called
does look a
setting
little bit
scene.
like Jedi versus Sith constantly.
like it.
I mean, that's your life generally, isn't it, Steve? That battle between good and evil.
The absolutes.
I wouldn't say it was that much of a battle.
No. It's a bit one-sided.
Yeah.
Amazing
Definitely a battle
stuff.
between-
Right.
And evil.
Order
Yeah.
66 was Steve's idea.
They're like,
Hey,
Steve,
voice.
and the younglings? And Steve's like, yeah, the younglings too. Get them, get them.
Do them first. Do the younglings first.
You mean you haven't already done that?
Spoilers for anybody that's not seen Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
fuck, that's such a good point.
Yeah, he killed all the kids. Spoiler alert.
Star Wars.
What Star Wars? Brilliant. Love it. Anyway, yes, you have sort of reached this point now where as you descend into what looks like a tiny fallopian tube, I'm just going to call it out right now, it expands slightly before you as you get ever closer. Steve
Ovulating.
Faves a picture there.
So we're now just got like a gaping bum hole that we're trying to get through.
We're ovulating, everyone.
Danny,
me a
fallopian
moment.
tubes are not near the bumhole. Just
I know,
just so
but we went from a fallopian tube and then he said the canal opened up.
Should
I
we do
know
the
where
break
they are.
transition again? Because it's clearly quite important to us.
Right, Anatomy 101. All right, everyone.
Okay, right, here we go. Lock it in, fellas. Fuck's sake.
Sphincter.
The funnel below you opens up like a vertical throat of pale light that just shines down in front of you. The air becomes thick with ash and steam, and this sound changes from the rushing of wind to the sound of what sounds like grinding elements just constantly churning and scraping against each other. Fingers on a chalkboard moment for it, all the way through to earthquake, stone on stone grating across. You have reached a point of no return now. The place that you were in was still very much parts of the plane of air. And what you see now before you is anything but. Elements crash into each other and fight and roil for dominance in a place where dominance is just not possible. Fire turning to earth and ash and ice and everything in between. Air itself seems to gain weight as the five of you, because Takami is still here, just in the background, still with her arms crossed, looking at you all like you're fucking idiots. The air itself gains weight. Heat and cold collide. Fragments of stone and sheets of water appear in this spiral as lightning stutters around you in these unnatural colours. I would like everybody to make me one choice now. You have 4 options: brace, guide, shield, or rescue.
I'll go with guide if I can use essentially if this is any based on any skills, it would be for dual perception, and that is a guide through the chaos. Kind of
Okay.
grabbing hold of, I don't know, Suri's legs and literally like trying to fly him like a plane through this because she can see where we need to go.
So the options are guide,
Grabbing hold of his joystick and seeing what goes.
rescue,
Brace.
shield, and brace.
Guide, shield, or rescue. Brace, guide,
I'll
shield.
go for rescue.
I would like to go for shield.
Nailed on.
I think.
Okay.
Well, you've left me no choice. I'll brace.
No. You don't. Look, there's 4 choices, but it doesn't
Oh, you
mean
don't
you
have
all
to pick.
have to choose
You can all
different.
pick the same one.
Oh, okay.
course you could.
Oh,
In that case, I would like to pick breakdancing shield.
Okay, Edgius, describe to me how you're shielding in this moment. I think Suri's pretty obvious.
Yeah, so I then go in for flexing. Have you ever seen when people do the helicopter where they're like spinning on their hands and like anything that's
That's
coming
not the
close to
That was
helicopter.
not
I
the helicopter
remember.
I thought of
no,
immediately.
mine was for the
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I guess I'm just like down with, you know, the kids these days on the streets doing the breakdancing. So
That
I'm
or we're
thinking of
just too fucking inept. So yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
glad I chose rescue because then I can rescue Edgius from whatever he is doing going wrong.
I'm just gonna kick debris away. That's all it is. My spinning legs are kicking
Okay.
debris away. Yeah.
amazing. Okay, here's how this is going to work then. Siri, as you were the one that picked shield, I would like you to tell me what your AC is with your shield held out in front of you, please.
22.
22. That is now the group's AC.
Yes!
Epic. We thank you.
Jewel, you picked guide.
Hope it's not a
I
survival.
would like you to make me a survival check.
Fuck.
God damn it.
I was hoping for perception.
Find a clear path. I will
I can see it.
give you... Do you know what? Let's do it this way then, because is survival wisdom based?
Yes.
Yes.
Intelligence
Yes.
or wisdom? Well, yeah. So perception is
Yes,
also
it is
wisdom
wisdom.
based.
Yeah, perception's also wisdom.
No, make me a survival check.
Ah, fuck it.
Better for the story, innit?
Yes. No. 6.
6. Edgius, I would like you to make me an acrobatics check, please.
Damn right.
I can unfortunately see exactly where I went wrong.
That's a 18.
18. Everybody make me dexterity... In fact, no. I've set your AC. Ignore me. I'm talking shit.
I mean, the one time Steve didn't roll a 7 was on our AC, and I'm happy about that.
Well, it's just his
I
AC.
mean,
Because
the
I didn't
AC
have
was
to roll
just
the dice,
his
just
AC
roll
plus
it.
his shield. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have been absolutely screwed if I'd have rolled something.
This first phase of this journey, then, I've rolled a 3.
That's good for
Debris
us, right?
flies towards you, Edgius, as you kick it away. Now, the fact that you've kicked some of this means that you are going to come into contact with some of it. So I would like you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, buddy. That's gonna be bad. Oh, buddy, that's bad. That's a 5.
Whoa.
Fuck.
We are in what is now known as the elemental chaos. The plane between planes, if you like. Everything here is designed to hurt. Edgius, you're going to take 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 points of elemental damage.
We're not even got to the bad guy
I will
yet.
let you decide how that is broken up between cold, fire, thunder, and the other one.
False.
Yes. Yeah. Just because, again, another fucking brain aneurysm on my side. However, there is a moment here to reduce this damage. Lex Ordo, how do you rescue Edgius as he is kicking away debris to shield the rest of you? despite being shielded by Siri.
I'll do the reverse trick that he did to me with the teleportation stone thingies. To rescue him from being avalanched on, to put him behind Siri and the shield.
How?
Well, I had them both. So I had one in my pocket. I ended up with the other one, switched into me. I've put that in my pocket. Oh, hang on. Am I close to him?
You're all within this sort of little ball now, sort of floating through the elemental chaos.
Oh, so we're actually too close to teleport then, really, aren't we? If we're all smudged together. You could argue.
A 5-foot teleportation from one side to the other would mean that you wouldn't get hit.
Unless what I can do is I can rescue him from the force damage because I'm resistant to it.
Dude, do some timey-wimey shit.
I suppose I could do timey-wimey shit.
Gonna press you.
I have got what's the times arrow where I can freeze projectiles in the air and deflect them so they don't hit a target that would otherwise hit.
Do you wish to do that?
Yep, I'll do that, and I'll deflect one of them away.
Amazing stuff. I am going to take away one of the damage die then, and it will be one of the higher ones, which removes a 5. So in total, Edgius, you actually took 13 points.
Hell yeah. I'll be like, thank you, Daddy! As Lex is
Heal up
there
5
fucking blocking them fucking stones.
Takami's
for
there
me
like,
a
who the fuck
king.
is Danny?
I don't know. Sounds like a great guy.
It was multiple D's, not no N's. Apologies.
Daddy.
There you go.
Amazing stuff.
Does that count as my rescue?
Around you. That does count as your rescue. Around you, this elemental chaos that spreads as far as the eye can see, but again, it is all of the elements colliding here. It is pure chaos. There are a number of you in this group who have some resonance with chaos. You continue forward. I would like a group perception roll, and when I say a group perception roll, this is for you all to spot something, so law of averages will apply.
29.
Nice.
Fucking magic.
16.
16?
20 flat.
20 flat?
That'll be a 31.
I think we did it.
I think by law of averages, you all spot it.
Squeaked it.
Ahead of you, distance unknown. You see what looks like a semi-stable pocket within this chaos. Something that looks like an expanse with pillars and chains. Around this, seas boil into steam. Mountains sort of appear and then crumble into dust that then whips through hurricane-like winds. Rivers of magma that flow through this pocket of space freeze and then crack as gravity lurches for you all. I want everybody to make me another dexterity saving throw, please.
27.
16 again.
16. 18.
19.
19. That is success. So everybody's going to take half damage.
If I succeed, do I take none? Evasion?
7. If you're using evasion, absolutely.
Yeah, but
7, 8, 9.
I hide behind Siri.
17.
17.
So what is that? You're going to take 9 points of damage. And
Okay.
again,
Oh, what flavour?
elemental damage. It is all at once. if you like. If you are resistant to one type of damage, one type of elemental damage, I will allow you to take 4 of those points essentially and reduce them down.
So I have flat damage reduction versus bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
No, this is all elemental based damage.
So the earth element of it is not bludgeoning; it's a force or something.
It's all so we've basically as Dave said, force there as opposed to bludgeoning damage.
So I'm resistant to cold and force.
In which case you can take 8 points and reduce that down to 4 as opposed to 4 down to 2.
Are you, Matt? I'm curious because I've never encountered this before. Are we, when you're halving it from the spell because we succeed on the save and then adding resistance, are you then just halving that again? Basically, you just halving.
So no, basically because it's all damage at once, we're having to do a little bit of clever maths here, and yes, I'm putting more on you than I probably should. But I've halved the total elemental damage, and then if you are resistant to one type of elemental damage, I'm saying you can take 4 out of that total and reduce that down to 2.
I see what you're saying. Sorry, misunderstood.
If you're resistant to part
no, that's fine.
take 6 damage. If you're not resistant, take 8, and if you're resistant to nearly all of it, take 4.
Is there roll rules for what happens when you take half and then have a resistance to the damage type? I don't think
it's
I've
half
read
and half again.
It's half and half again.
It's a quarter.
Yeah.
So it's just a quarter total.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. Cool. Amazing stuff. I am now going to ask for another group check, but I'm going to give you options here. You can make a group perception or survival check to navigate towards this calm pocket that you see, or relatively calm pocket you see. You may make a group arcana check, or any clever spell use between you all that will give you some form of advantage. I will also allow that spell use to be used in a moment if you choose any of the other options to turn a failure into a success. So bear that in mind as well.
Of the very few spells that I can use, I don't think that many are helpful for the group.
Can you all 3 of you Misty Step, or is it just you and Edges?
I was gonna say that I could do that, but that's not group, so that's singular. I just feel that doesn't work. Oh, you can. Bye, Lex. Bye. No, I think we can't do that.
3 people
I've got freedom of movement. I've got freedom of movement, and you've got Misty Step, so I can negate the difficult terrain potentially. That is speaking at 4th level then.
I don't know how relevant this will be considering the forces at play, but I've got Gust of Wind, which is a line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, and it can blast you in a direction you choose for the duration, which can be up to a minute.
Also, I have those wind riders. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe them. Maybe I'll be happy to use them. This might be very useful at this moment.
Oh, I can also do a time step where I basically step out of time and come back in a direction where I want to be within 30 feet. Within 30 feet.
Basically Misty Step, isn't it?
Can't basically, yeah. I appear in the next round essentially, but obviously we're not doing the rounds because we're not in combat.
All right, Misty Step, or are we doing all different stuff? As in Misty Step, and Lex does his flare of.
Yeah, that's only 2nd level, so that's not too bad actually. If we
Should
all
we do
did
that?
sort
Should
of
we all
thing.
do that?
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Then I think that's what we do.
Amazing stuff. As a group, then, you all call on inner abilities or magic items that you have in this liminal space of elemental chaos that surrounds you, and as a group, bam. At this point, we're just going to say Takami keeps up with you, like step of the wind type shit, and just almost flies through this. Suri. Lex has used a time-based ability, which means he appears 6 seconds after you do. I would like you, as Suri, to describe how, as Lex reappears, you prevent him taking damage as there is a sudden elemental shift in the area he is just about to appear in, and you almost see the coalesce of gears and magic that appears in the space in that split second before something is about to happen.
Okay, and this is very much an elemental kind of coalescence.
Oh yes, very much so.
I would say, Suri thinking that perhaps because of the chaos here, there might be the opportunity to shape that. Does this work? Hang on. Maybe. Okay, I'll get creative with it. So, Wrath of the Sea gives me a 10-foot emanation of basically a kind of squall. It's got a damage rider effect that I can choose, but it also means that I can push creatures that are larger or smaller away by 15 feet if I choose to. So what he would be trying to do essentially would be whipping up a degree of slightly more contained elemental force in the area, so that it's almost a bubble of slightly more mundane winds and rains and sleet that's kind of whipping around, that's not necessarily particularly pleasant, but unless I will it, it doesn't harm anyone, and just kind of trying to force away that wider power.
Amazing stuff. I will say then, you create a sphere of your own elemental magic. Because you have chosen an elemental force, I would like you to roll me a d4 as to what form this takes.
Oh, please be cold.
4.
4. A sphere of rock and stone appears around the space that Lex Ordo is just about to bamf out into, as elements around this sphere buffet it, smash into it, energize it with lightning-like damage, and it glows brilliantly as faint lines of magma in this stone then appear and shatter outwards. Lex Order, you appear in the center of this sphere, intact.
I don't know if that was me. I've never done that before.
You are ever closer to this pocket of calm. What would we like to do at this point?
That's the platform. I think that's the platform with the braces on it from night vision. Gotta get there.
How far away is the platform, Matt?
It's really difficult to tell in this space because there's no landmarks to really give you reference. However, I will allow you to make me a survival check or a perception check at disadvantage, please, to try and gauge distance.
I'll happily do a perception check if many of us can.
It's all good, Dave. Don't worry about it. It's a nat 20.
Hey,
Whichever
fuck you, magic.
Nice. Was that 2 nat 20s then at disadvantage?
No, I did a wisdom. I did a survival check.
Okay, so both, sorry, should have been at disadvantage, regardless of which one you chose.
Oh, party pooper.
Come on. Well, it's not quite as good.
Well,
fucking doodle do. That's a 16.
Oh, I'm still good.
16.
Yeah.
It is, but in this place, it's difficult to gauge. You have no idea how big or small some of these elements are. You are no longer in the material plane where you have a rough sense of scale for everything that is there. Here, it is expansive space. You see mountains that could be hills, but you get the impression you are still hundreds of feet away from whatever this target is.
Like 300 feet away?
Anywhere between 100 and 1,000 feet right now.
Oh. How much rope do we have, guys?
50 feet each at max.
Okay.
I'm gonna challenge that one, because You used a lot of that rope in the previous episode, and a lot of it got chopped up.
That's why I said max.
I've got like a shoelace.
Well,
I mean, if you pull all the threads off Lex's coat, you might get something long enough.
Yeah.
Are we still hurtling towards it, or we suddenly found ourselves in a rather anti-gravity sort of scenario?
You're in this weird gravitational shift area where you have to force yourselves to move somehow towards where this thing is.
An attempt to move in such a way that we have done in the airplane doesn't work. I will try it.
There are
if I
no
need to.
currents of
Fine.
air that you
Yep.
can sense around here currently. Currently, you can sense currently.
No
there
pun
is.
intended.
Indeed. You are welcome to try and find some.
Can I use Sorcerer's Burst, which is like my cantrip, to try and, like Steve did earlier with like the gust of wind idea, to try and propel us and try and give us like a bit of combustion to make us go in the direction we want? And if Steve did his gust and Edges did his gust, we could probably all take Jewel and Takami with us if we propel ourselves a bit like a rocket.
I was going to say that myself turning into a gaseous form, I don't think at this point helps with the boots. Is that right?
You'd just get blown, dissipate, wouldn't you?
Yeah. That's fine.
So if
To
Takami,
remind you all of
obviously
what I
Takami's
said
not having
about
any trouble.
previous elemental spells that we used and how they may not result in exactly what you wish in this space.
Well, if my Sorcerer's Burst isn't... Oh no, I can't be using something other than fire or... Really, can I? If I'm going to try and propel myself, I can't do a poison rocket, can I?
How much can a mage hand carry?
10 pounds, isn't it?
£1, I think.
Yeah, it's
10
usually
pounds,
like
yeah.
a relatively mundane item sort of weight.
Okay.
If I do cast Freedom of Movement on myself, could I drag the party? No, I'm not going to be able to drag the party with me, so I won't be restrained by difficult terrain, but everybody else would.
Okay, just total stab in the dark. I think that we have all seen Lex and Edges doing some shenanigans with teleportation with stones. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Lex, Edges, have you got one of those stones? Please.
Oh, yeah, I got them.
Well, hold on to one.
Sorry, what
Jeez.
was that?
Steady
I got
on.
them.
Buy me a drink first.
Hey, you kissed me, remember?
Shush.
Oh. Wait, great. This is a great time to discuss this,
No,
guys.
no. Damn you, Edges. No. Right, hold on to one. How about I attach one to an arrow and fire it over there?
And they'll only teleport me, won't it? Because I'm holding it, or if we all hold hands, it'll take us all. Is that what you're thinking?
Did I assume that it took both of them?
You have seen in, I suppose, yeah, like previously it has managed to take at least 2.
Look, I saw it take 2 of you. That is 50% of the party, ish. 20, 30, do the math. 40%. That's the one. Maybe we can, perhaps. It's better than nothing, or it hopefully will take us all. Unless you have a better idea, I have.
All
a
I'm
way
thinking
of...
is an arrow in the wind gonna, in this storm, gonna go where we want it to go?
Okay, have you got a better idea?
I like the idea of using the teleportation rocks, but the way it gets there, I think we need to do it differently.
I will happily yeet it if you think that is better than an arrow.
Well, I could also
I've
make
got
a
a fairly
spell
steady
attack
throw.
by throwing my shadow blade.
Siri, Siri, what did you say?
I've got a fairly solid throw.
Then go for it, please.
I don't know how gravity works here. but-
Look, crazy as it is, maybe if you throw it and it's not quite right, I can fire an arrow at it and, ping it into the right place. It gets us
At least
closer.
get us in the right direction.
Can you take
Yeah,
it
you
with
can
you,
just-
Edges, using Dimension Door, And then you could take some of us with you using Dimension Door, and then the other 2 will come with the stone.
Lex, I wasn't gonna start using my big spells quite yet.
That's a big point, isn't it?
That's crazy. We haven't even got into the fucker yet. No, I'm down.
You
I'm
can
totally
just hear
down.
bits of rock pinging off of Surrey's armour, and he just kind of gives you this look like,
Ding, 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 ding.
really, we're saving them, are we? Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, that's a great point. That's a
Shuri,
great point.
grab the stone, throw it.
Okay.
Brilliant.
So we're doing
Ceres,
the
you
throw?
grab the stone
okay.
and go to throw it, you and appear next to whoever's holding the other stone.
Well, okay, but if he's still holding it, can he now throw it?
You could certainly try again.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to throw it as hard as I can in the direction of what I believe is the platform.
Can I cock an arrow ready to fire at it? Like to continue to repel it when it reaches its arc?
Do you mean a crossbow bolt?
A crossbow bolt? Yes, that's the one.
Matt, is thunder an element?
Yes.
What? Oh, fuck's sake.
Well, it's lightning
Yeah.
and thunder.
It's basically
It's air smashing
Like,
together,
we
isn't it?
count.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
air
Yeah.
elements coming together. So yeah.
Skadoosh.
Indeed. Suri, you sort of shuffle forward a bit further and then go to throw it, and as you go to throw it again, you appear back next to the person with the second stone.
Okay,
Give me
it seems
yours.
like that one's the transmitter.
Are we throwing
this
the
one's
wrong
the
one?
receiver.
Yeah.
I need both.
Hang on, let me label them first.
With what?
I don't know. My trusty pen.
Pulls out
I was
a
going to say,
Dymo
you suddenly
laser
get a
machine.
Sharpie out and you're like, right,
Yeah.
transmitter, receiver.
Pulls out a pencil,
Everybody-
goes flying off into the wind.
Yeah.
Everybody grab on an appropriate appendage, because I might be leaving quite suddenly.
Okay, which one of us grabs it? Seriously. Like,
It's got a codpiece. You can't grab it because he's got a codpiece of armor. So I'll just go for an arm.
grab his
His leg.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab his forehead.
Just hold on to his head.
From like behind, like that. Like something like that kind of vibe.
Just covers his eyes like I can't see. Amazing stuff. Suri, give me a straight strength check, please.
Okay. I get advantage on these, which is nice.
Nice.
22.
Come on.
22.
Beautiful.
You throw this stone as it rotates slower than you would like and just flies further forward. There's about 30 seconds before you then and the group of you now appear, and the stone like smacks you in the face as you come straight up to it. You have both your stones. I will say you have moved probably with that massive throw of 22, probably around about 80 feet.
Okay. Are we, does that look like an appreciable difference or not? Close to it.
You've certainly got a lot closer. I will say at this point as well, there's these strange stones and crystal fragments which seem to appear before you. And for anybody that's seen a certain finale of a series very recently, spoiler alert. There is now a corridor of stone and crystal fragments in front of you.
Enough that we might be able to, like, move and touch them?
Potentially. Potentially. I'm going to ask each of you for one of three actions, either a navigator action, a stabilizer action, or an anchor action.
Sorry, say them again.
Navigator, stabilizer, or anchor. I will tell you what the checks for that are. So you need to decide whether you want to navigate, whether you want to stabilize, or whether you want to sort of anchor or be an anchor in this moment. And that's an anchor, not a wanker, folks.
Oh, if this is chaos, and I am also part chaos, I think I might go for stabilizer to bring balance to it.
Do we think that navigator is any way perception or survival again? Which one do we think it is, guys?
I am good at survival checks, though. If we do need,
See, that's the problem because I really want it to be perception. I'm really good at that.
I can tell you it's one or the other.
Fuck.
Should I? Oh. Suri, you're good at survival, aren't you?
Well, I'm good at both perception and survival, so it's
then-
low risk.
Right, yeah. You take that one because otherwise.
And technically, you've been navigating thus far, kind of, because
I
you
go
went
from
for
12 to 2 right, on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got to.
okay.
Yeah.
So if Suri goes navigator, I'll go stabilizer.
Right. What was the last one?
Anchor.
Anchor. Yeah. Sorry, I keep reading my character sheet at the moment you're talking, and it's really annoying because I'm trying to find a particular spell I'm trying to use, not a spell.
Anchor, Dave. It's anchor.
I know I'm a wanker.
I'll keep whispering anchor, 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 anchor.
I don't think that one's me. That surely sounds like strength.
Will be athletics or acrobatics to do an anchor.
Acrobatics, I'm anchor. Sorry. Yeah, I'll be
Got a
anchor.
couple of anchors here, haven't we?
I'm a right anchor. Yeah.
There we go.
Right, that's
Okay.
me. I'm doing it.
Edgius. Navigator, stabilizer, or anchor.
I kind of feel like I want to anchor. No, I want to stabilize, but I want to do it with like persuasion / performance for the team of being like, like we got this, guys. We're so close. Keep pushing. Come on.
Pep talk stabilizer.
Sorry.
I
You just
will
keep
allow
blocking those
this.
stones. That kind
It's
of
the
vibe.
way I thought of these three things in my head. Then the navigator is the person who's gonna, or people who are gonna help you pick the right path between these fragments. The stabilizer is somebody who is going to help you dampen or negate any damage from elemental surges in this path. So that can also include helping you succeed at navigating through. The anchor is the person who is going to be that physical force in the world to either move stuff out of the way or help propel people on their journey. So, given this, Suri, I would like you to make me a perception or a survival check. Anybody who is a stabilizer can make me an arcana, nature, or suitable spell check, and anybody who is an anchor can make me an athletics or acrobatics check. And once you've done that, I would like you to describe to me, if I tell you whether, or once I've told you whether you succeed or fail, how you go about this. So I'll start with Suri.
Yeah.
So that's a 25 for perception.
Come on, Steve.
25 perception. Amazing. Is a massive success. Dave. Or Jewel, I should say, as the anchor.
Dual anchor acrobatics is a. I keep rolling this number. A 31 for roll a 16.
31. About as anchors could be.
Yeah.
Very good. Lex, what did you choose?
I was the stabilizer and I chose arcana, and I'm right in that sweet spot where I don't know if it's good or not with a 16.
16 is not quite good enough.
Balls.
So we will come to that in a minute as well. Edgius, you said you were going to go with the power of words and...
Yeah. Totally. Can you just remind me can you just read the stabilizer thing again to me one more time, or give me the
So
stabilizer
you can
thing?
use an arcana, nature, or suitable spell to dampen the effects of an elemental surge in a moment.
So I'll just start with my kind of like urging the group on. I'll do it through song, and for some reason, like as I'm singing and my voice gets bigger and louder, it starts pushing the kind of like waves of song energy outwards and keeps kind of like cresting outwards and outwards and outwards with a 23.
Nice. So you just get this... Because I instantly went with Barracuda in my head.
Yeah.
I was thinking Eddie doing Master of Puppets in a crazy storm without the bats.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that, but yeah.
We miss Eddie.
Two on the nose, that one. Yes. Don't we just? Hellfire lives. Anyway. as these waves of sound then sort of pulse out and hold back some of the elemental waves that go through this, Lex, there is a moment where lightning crackles through and you can see it arcing through, almost sweeping through towards you. What are you doing in this moment to stabilize, and how do you fail?
So what I'm trying to do is match element for element, fire with fire. So using like my Sorceress's Burst, Chromatic Orby type stuff, it's like there's a fireball coming, I'll kill it with water. If there's an earth thing coming, I'll shatter it with thunder. That's what I'm trying to do. If there's a lightning bolt coming, I'll create a rock or something, force damage to block it. But obviously that fails, and the lightning sneaks through my defenses with that 16. To the
So it's in this
consequence
moment
of
where you sort of actually fire lightning at lightning, and it surges back into you. You are going to take 4, 5, 6, maths, 9 points of lightning damage specifically on that one.
Tried to pass it through your fucking gut, and you went through your heart, man. Didn't you watch the fucking show?
As that happens, then, Jewel, as the anchor, how do you keep Lex grounded in this moment?
Grounded.
You did succeed with a 31.
I did, but that's a very weird question.
Well, I'd say grounded deliberately, because it could also mean like grounded from an electrical standpoint, but also grounded in the physical term of how do you keep them here and not fucking careening off somewhere.
And then the weird thing is at the moment, and forgive me, Steve, I think that Suri is like this inevitable bullet of movement that is just our barrier, our shield, and I just think that he is the center point of what we need to get. So it's literally, I think Lex is out there shooting off these orbs, trying to save us, and in a moment of fear that Lex is going to get hit because this is not going to work, seeing this, she jumps up, but keeps her tail loose, grabs Lex, and with her tail grabs hold of Suri, and basically tries to concertina them all together and get him out of the way of this elemental chaos that is coming through. Basically, Lex has put himself in danger to try and keep us all safe, but actually then going, this is not going to work, got to get you out of danger, and just pulls him back in, very much making a dual sandwich.
Perfect. As this elemental pulse continues, then, Suri, describe to me how you navigate through these crystal and stone platforms to get to your next point of relative safety, even.
So we're travelling at a fair wick at this point.
Yeah.
I guess if we've been moving as fast as we can, picked up probably some momentum from I'd have grabbed the other lightning ball thing as we'd kind of come past it and stowed it. I think Suri would be almost kind of not pirouetting, because that's got a greater degree of grace, but he is a very physically capable and actually kind of weirdly graceful when it comes to combat. His armour is probably more of a shield than his shield is at this point. So he would be wielding the shield more as a kind of like to just deflect smaller bits, and trying to use his bulk to kind of barrel towards anything which would give traction, like larger shards, anything that looks like it might be a gust or a current heading in the right direction, and then launching himself with his bulk again and just carrying that inertia through, kind of almost not pinballing, but almost like parkour across these pieces, but with a lot more hard collisions on the armour.
It's that anime scene where you're sort of bouncing off one rock and diving to the next one before, as you say, pinballing, but sort of bouncing, then reverberating off there into the next
maybe
crystal.
What I could
Go
say
for it.
is, with Jules' perception, she's helping twist Suri so that we all shield behind his armour.
You are the anchor.
Yeah.
And in doing so, you reach a platform now covered in mist as that mist flashes into ice and then instantly becomes steam again that rains around you. A path almost seems to form ahead of you before a chunk then breaks apart. This rain of stone and crystal fragments begins to orbit around you and then leaps in this sweeping arc straight across the route to the platform. And this sort of area of relative calm that you are moving ever closely to. You now have two routes. You can go directly. It is faster, but it will take you now through this rain of stone and crystal fragments, or you can try and circumvent it. If you circumvent it, however, you may lose sight of your target.
I assume we're not quite sure on the distance still. I think is that still an uncertainty?
You are one bound away. This is the last step along the journey, so to speak. You can see now a bridge. Essentially, you stand on a broken bridge between your this platform and the next platform, which will lead you to the area of relative calm. You see these pillars out of a strange elemental chaos that is almost settled like a subdued storm. A calm before a storm, one might say.
I vote through.
I vote through.
Agreed.
I do too, but guys, I think I have a way. These stones have been incredibly useful to us, and I think I might have a way of getting through it unharmed. Are you okay with me trying?
Yup.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
So Jewel has rarely used this, but she does have the ability to create a what's it called? The mage hand-esque thing. And I'm trying to find it, but I know she
Big
has it.
Bees?
Not big bees. It's literally
called.
mage hand, but of a style from the sort of her class. I'm hoping, therefore, in grabbing the stone with that, it doesn't enact, it doesn't set it off.
Okay.
She also then hires the Astral Whisper, and I think it's Astral Whisper, it might be something else, I know I have this, whereas she can move through the astral plane instead of the plane that she's currently in. And therefore, hopefully, I'm hoping that she can get through, and it's 30 feet, so if she can get through to the other side, she can effectively pull this stone through while she doesn't get the effects of wherever she's going. It's not far, because it's only 30 feet, so I can give that a go.
Okay. 30 feet is probably going to get you halfway.
Okay. That is a bonus action, so it's 2 rounds worth of her being able to get through, and she does have it up for a minute.
A minute?
Yeah.
So you take that stone then and fold yourself. You watch as Jules' form becomes like the night sky pinpricked with starlight before it then collapses in on itself. And Jules is gone. And then you see a rift almost appear as it expands out the night sky and out steps in the middle of this broken part of the platform now, Jewel. Before, I'm assuming you use this ability again?
I'll use it again to get to where we need to be, yeah.
Rolls back into that rift, and then on the other side of the bridge, marred by this haze and motes of earth that swing past. In that moment that you appear, I would like you to make me a dexterity saving throw. In fact, I'm going to ask you for one dexterity saving throw just as you appeared in the middle of this sort of broken bridge.
Dex 23.
23. Debris that flies around you, these small shards of crystal. You're a rogue, you are nimble, you just sort of duck and dive around it before you fold yourself back into the astral plane and then appear and hold up that half, or that one of the two stones.
The mage hand is holding it, so therefore if I know I've made it, I would like to then grab hold of the stone in the mage hand, which hopefully brings them to me. Otherwise I'm going back to them and we're all starting again.
Nothing happens because your intent is for others to move, not for you to move.
Yeah.
That's the only hint I'm going to give you there. So you hold the stone.
Okay. And I will hold it up to the rest of them, telling them, I'm here, you now need to come to me. I'll even shout it, fuck it, because, I mean, I don't think we're that far away, so... Guys, come to me! Grab it and come now!
Strange echoes buffet around you as well. What are we doing, folks?
Do they hear me, is the question.
Oh yeah, they absolutely hear you.
Okay.
It's just echoed in this strange expanse.
Can all of us go at once, though? All four of us?
I think if you're holding on to me, I've still got the other one, don't I?
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Cambit.
Grab hold of Surrey!
Gonna grab his loincloth this time.
Amazing stuff. As 3 sets of hands sort of cuddle you for a bit, Suri. Below you, on this patch of marred earth now, a circle forms. A temporary spell circle with runes that automatically etch into it, and almost this strange little platform raises beneath your feet as the 4 of you then Jewel, beneath your feet a similar platform appears, this strange circle with glowing blue runes, as your friends appear next to you. And then the circle is gone.
I think we're getting the hang of this.
Somebody please take this stone away from me, I hate it. And I will like not yeet it, but I will throw it towards Lex,
Straight
like
back.
in a
Well, that's great, because
I'll
now I'm going to teleport to Lex.
Only if you intend to.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff.
This should be with
Shards
Syria,
of
then I'm right up against Suri's armour.
Suddenly, like, just face to face, like.
Shards of crystal spin past you in this moment like thrown knives, but you are now beyond them. In this moment, you all get the impression that this storm has not been random. It's almost learned as you have moved. But the haze in front of you now thins. And before you, you see something that you have seen in visions, Lex. Jewel, I believe you also had similar visions. The rest of you see something that feels like a story that you were once told, in terms of a vision that was relayed to you. You stand before something and a name that in your mind, Lex, sort of reverberates as the Crucible of First Motion. Hanging at the heart of this tempest storm, a broken ring of stone and crystal fragments rotating around an altar of fused elemental matter. 4 brain maths, not even maths words, fuck me. 4 pillars, almost like pylons, stand around this mass of fused elements, cracking and flickering. And in front of this altar, a small little platform. And on it, 2 braces glowing with different crystals. The elemental seal.
I'll put my hand on Joel. Put a hand on Alex's shoulder and go. We've made it here. But what about the beast? Where is it?
I think it's that thing there.
This fused elemental matter begins to break apart as a fist of ice slams into the ground. A second fist of molten magma slams in, and this body, this torso, raises up, lightning crackling across earth, stone, fire, water spraying out in steam, and this head then sort of rises like the tumbling of rocks across an earthen leg and a magma leg. And before you, with chains around its wrists and ankles, a roar lets out. This whole ring trembles as the storm hushes for the briefest of seconds. This silhouette now of elemental majesty stands before you as Ithkaran reveals itself. And that, my friends, is where we will leave episode 1. Oh boy!
I'm all of a sudden nervous.
I'm very nervous. Very, very nervous.
I've not got enough health on spell slots for this.
No.
So there we go. Good session, folks. A little bit different there. I tried to throw in more player agency and a little bit more around you make the decisions rather than me. So hopefully you enjoyed that a little bit.
Very
Hopefully
much so.
everybody that's watching has enjoyed it. Thank you very much for all of the engagement in chat there. It was fantastic. Next week we will, I promise, do our big Daggerheart giveaway draw, and we will get that done. But what I also wanted to say is that next week we will be, in fact tonight, we will be saying goodbye, at least briefly, to our good friend Bodhi, as he goes travelling with his can we still say new wife at this point, my friend?
Oh, surely. You're muted.
Yeah, we
He's
can't
on
hear
mute.
you, buddy. I don't know what's going on. He's muted.
My wife.
My
my wife. So yes, the little mechanic around the teleportation stones was very much just to deal with a little bit of uncertainty around where Bodhi will be in the coming weeks. So we may or may not see him over the coming weeks. We will let you you will find out as we go to stream. We will hopefully know beforehand. But yes,
crossed.
Bodhi, it's
Just rocks
been
him out.
a fucking pleasure. Bodhi, it's been a pleasure, my friend. I know you've been looking forward to this trip for a very long time, so I wish you all the best on it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And hey, it's only a short amount of time. I'll be back in. I was counting it today. I will probably be back in the same amount of time since I got married. So it's about the same amount of time now, realistically.
That's
Yeah, that's not a long time.
No, exactly. So I'll be back soon, and I'm looking forward to coming back, join you guys. Hopefully, do some in-person shit later this year, and have a great time. So no, and I just gotta say, like, the more and more it happens, as always, Steve, fucking, you're awesome, dude, and I'm so glad that you're fucking here to hold down the fort for myself and Tom, fucking splitting out and being, this awesome presence, dude. So each time, dude, Steve, I'm impressed by your shit, dude, every single time. So, and Danny, fucking Dave, Matt, guys, it's always a fucking pleasure, and I'm glad that I got to start the new year with this little session before I peeled out. So thanks for all of it. Appreciate you all.
it's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. And don't worry, I
Ladies,
have
sort
got a whole bucket full of bullshit to throw at Matt in your stead.
Dude, thank you. That's what I needed from you,
Yes.
dude. That's what I needed.
No, Bodes, have a great trip. As I say, we will see you between here and there, but also by the time, well, in fact, we are hoping to then look to wrap up Campaign 2 when Bodhi returns, and maybe maybe we might do that as an in-person session. So look forward to that, folks. As for what's coming up in 2026, well, there is more Daggerheart, there is more Call of Cthulhu, there is of course more D&D, more Campaign 2, and hopefully Campaign 3, where we are looking into a revamped format for that. So lots to look forward to, but we will be back next week with episode 105 of Campaign 2 as we continue our run into the end game now. So, unless anybody else has got anything to add? No? In
Love
which
you.
case, my friends, stay safe. We love you all, and we'll see you next time.